Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. Today we're looking at the MG5, and specifically the long range version. A lot of people have been looking for this, so let's get straight into it. Exact same styling on the outside as the original one to my knowledge. This is based on the Reilly 5, which is a combustion engine estate in China. And so the front of it, you don't have a frunk. You have bits and pieces in there. You have SIAC light technology with the running daytime LED lights, and I think they're halogen bulbs that are in there from what I could see on the outside. So nice chrome features along the front. You've got that front charging flap that's down here, and it has AC and DC CCS. 6.6 kilowatt on AC and up to 80 kilowatts on DC. Nice chrome detailing on the front of it. Some people don't like the look of this car. They think it's very dated, and it's a style that's reminiscent of older European models like an old Passat, etc. But I think it's fine. I'm a fan of estates, so I like the form factor. The styling mightn't be the prettiest, but this is one of the best value electric vehicles that you can get on the road.
Today's video is sponsored by EasyGo. As well as being Ireland's largest EV charging network, EasyGo supports over 10,000 Irish EV drivers to find and use more than 1,200 charge points active on the EasyGo app. This works across the island of Ireland, north and south. The team at EasyGo also provide home, workplace and public chargers together with fleet management and payment service solutions, ideal for businesses transitioning their fleets to electric vehicle driving.
So overall, some nice creases on the bonnet, that chrome detailing around the front. You've got that spoiler down here as well. There comes in two trims, the Excite and the Exclusive, and I'll go through the differences when I'm inside because it is 5 degrees outside now. Some nice chrome elements down at the front here where the fog lights might go. Moving down along the side, you've got 16-inch tyres in it. Again, some people say it'd be nicer with the bigger tyres, but ride comfort, you know, the bigger the tyre, the more expensive it is potentially as well. These are retractable on, this is the Excite. This is the Exclusive, and you know that by the retractable, by the roof rails, and these now are rated for 75 kgs, whereas before on the original ones there was a whole question around it. You have keyless entry with a push button. You've still got some chrome around the windows. Nice, this is a lovely colour as well, and then obviously it has the estate rear end in it. Let me know in the comments what you think of the looks of it. Are you going to go for the MG5 Long Range? A lot of families, a lot of people looking to get into electric vehicles. Some of these have been converted to commercial applications. I know that James and Kate's YouTube channel, and James is working for Cleveley EV, and he's going around the UK servicing electric vehicles. He's converted one, or they've converted one. And a lot of taxis are interested in this. There was a big grant, or there is a big grant available in Ireland. It ran out, or it got used up in 2021 here, and it will be coming back in 2022. So lots of options for it, and they're selling well because of the value, because of what you're getting. And now with this long range version, and the differences between this and the previous one, bigger battery, and this has MG Pilot as well. But we talk about all the features once we get inside and once we get out on the road. But let's go around the back and have a look at the boot. Round at the back of the MG5 Long Range, you have your high level brake light, you have your rear window wiper, which is great to see. Some new electric vehicles haven't got it, not mentioning Hyundai Ioniq 5 or Kia EV6. You've got this lovely chrome strip that goes on underneath, nice big MG badging, the MG5 station wagon, SW, and then electric vehicle. And then it is push button. And then you've got about 470 litres of space with the tonneau cover on it, and then above that then it brings it up to about 550, and then internally then it's about 1400, but I'll put the full litrages on the screen, 1400 odd once you put the seats down, so plenty of space. There is a bit of a load lip underneath it. Then you have space for a spare tyre, so if you do need that, but at the moment it is a small little flat tyre kit. Not much else going on inside in the boot. There's a little LED light. You have some storage spaces. You have your charging cable, and you have your 3-pin domestic charger as well in this version. In both versions in this car that I have today. But otherwise, there isn't a 12-volt charging socket that I could find. What's it like on the inside of the MG5 Long Range? Again, exactly the same. Technically not exactly the same as the original one. There is potentially one difference. But anyway, moving from the door over, good thunk. decent size door pocket. You've got your electric windows that you can lock, and also you've got your central locking on the door here as well. Start stop button over my knee with the wing mirror adjustment and the headlight level. Nice leather clad or leather effect clad steering wheel, 3-spoke. On the left hand side is your volume and your phone controls, and on the right hand side then is your, voice activation and menu options, selection options on it as well. Nice and good size. The screen is a good size. You've got a 8-inch driver display. On the left hand side you've got your speed in miles per hour on the outside. Because these are coming in from MG UK, even in Ireland, the miles per hour on the outside, I'm not sure if they're going to change that, or in the inside you can see your kilometers per hour anyway. And on the left hand side then is your percentage power that you're using, or whether you're regenning. With the regen, the curves button is down in the middle, but we talk about that. Behind that then you've got your lights on the left hand side, and on the right hand side you have your wiper system. And the difference between this and the original one is you now have MG Pilot, so you'll see a little blue button down here. So that is your adaptive cruise control. Adaptive, excellent. And there are a lot of other driver assists, and we'll talk about that when we're out for the drive. 10-inch screen, and it's not the best with regards to responsiveness is the word I'm looking for, but not bad. And then Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are included on both models. The connection and can be a bit finicky sometimes, but again, this is a value car, but I'd say with software updates that'll get better. You've got your car settings, you've got music, you've got heated seats front, left and right. In the front on the exclusive model, and then underneath that then you have a 12 volt, you have a mirroring USB, and then a USB type A for power then. But below that then you've got physical knobs and buttons for your HVAC air conditioning system. You've got your drive modes, you've got your neutral, eco, sport and normal. Then you've got your KERS, kinetic energy recovery system, which is your regen, and that can go all the way up from 1, 2 or 3. And then you've got your mode selector, reverse neutral drive, and a big P in the middle for parking. Handbrake, automatic handbrake, which is great to see. 2 different size cup holders, and then underneath that then you have your armrest with a nice little gap. Up top then you've got your SOS button, you've got your visors. There are no lights either side for your vanity mirrors. It is an auto dimming rear view mirror, which again is good to see. Either side, some people talk about when they're charging the phone, I've nowhere to put the phone, but actually there's 2 pockets either side that you can plug it in and sit the phone either side, which is nice. Heated seats are amazing today, thank you very much. There's some nice leather effect on the doors. The seats are in the exclusive model, they're electronically adjusted. On the driver side, yeah, the passenger side is manually adjusted, but I got memory on the driver's side. Overall, nice glass glove box as well. Some lightweight plastics, but durability. There is a nice little carbon effect flash across the dash as well. It's not bad. I liked it. And, this is the second time I've reviewed the MG5, and I'll stick the review of the other one up on the screen, so it's very similar. Let's have a seat in the back. The main element of this, the difference, is the range and the driving assistance.
If you think this car is for you, you can contact EasyGo and register for the app by clicking the link on the screen or in the description.
Here in the back of the MG5, and this seat is set for me. I probably could move it forward a bit more, but it is up against my knees. I'm 6'2", 187 odd centimeters. I've got some magazine holders, and the seat is tight enough on my feet because it's low down because of my height. I had the same issue in the original MG5. On the exclusive model you get 2 USB type A's for charging devices in the back. There are 2 ISOFIX seats. There's a armrest with built-in cup holders, and the seats are 60-40 split. There is no light back here. You've got your grab handle, and you've got your coat hook. You've got your electric windows. You've got your door pockets. Decent thunk in the door as well. Let's take it out for a spin. Before we go for a spin, let's have a look at the difference between the entry-level Excite and then the exclusive. So on the Excite, I said it was a 10-inch screen. Apologies, it's an 8-inch screen. Both models get the driver assist, and we'll talk about that when we're out for driving. An 8-inch touchscreen, a DAB radio. In Ireland that doesn't make any difference anymore because they've turned off the DAB system, but obviously in the UK they still have it. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as a standard. A 6-speaker system. Bluetooth rear parking camera, which you don't get on a lot of electric vehicles as standard. Looking at you, Audi Q4 e-tron. Electric parking brake with auto hold. 3 driving modes we talked about. Satellite nav, which is built in. A bit slow, but not bad. 3-stage regen braking. Rotary gear selector. Speed sensor locking. Adaptive cruise control we talked about, and that's on the entry level. Remote control center locking, push button, rear parking sensors, air conditioning, fabric upholstery, whereas it's a leather steering wheel, driver and passenger sun visor, 7-inch driver display. I thought that was 8 and 10, apologies. Front and rear electric windows with 1 touch driver up and down option, 4 USB ports, USB mobile phone charging function, and an auto dimming rear view mirror. So that's on the entry level. Then on top of that, the exclusive one I'm driving today, you get smart keyless entry, push button engine start, leather style perforated upholstery, heated front seats, which we talked about, and I thought it was 5 degrees, it's actually 3 degrees. It is freezing. 6-way adjustable seat for the driver, and also lumbar support, automatic air conditioning, whereas the entry level has just standard air conditioning. Front and rear electric windows with 1 touch up and down on the exclusive, which is this one. Electrically adjusted folding heated door mirrors, rain sensing wipers on the exclusive, and silver roof rails. So the way you'll know it on the outside is with the roof rails, and you get those extra bits as included in it. Prices in Ireland, I know a lot of you watch from the UK, but I haven't got the UK prices. Before I get to prices, there's 5 colours: white, blue, silver, black and red. Obviously this is the red one. Prices in Ireland are coming in at 29,645 after grants for the entry level Excite, and then the exclusive is 32,896. So that's with that bigger battery, and we'll talk about the battery size when we're out. The only optional extras then are metallic paint or tri-coat paint, and it's €700 or €900. So if you're in the United Kingdom, I presume those prices and those options will be something similar converted over, but we have VRT over here. Let's take it out for a drive and go through some of the driving features, because the range and the battery and the driver assist are the big difference in the MG5 Long Range. So the difference in battery size between this one and the original one is the original one had a 48.8 kilowatt hour usable battery, whereas this one has a 57 kilowatt hour usable battery. What does that mean? It's saying the WLTP for this car is 402. We're probably getting nearer to 340, 350 real world. Now, what does a WLTP mean? I have a separate video on the channel with Dr. Ewan McTurk from Plug Life Television, who talks about how the WLTP rating is given to all types of cars, not just electric, what modes they go in, what the temperature is, the ambient temperature, and the speeds, etc. So have a look at that if you're interested, as to wondering why does the WLTP. Now, what I will say is if you're driving this urban, town a lot, and it's good weather, not too cold, you'll probably get more than 400 kilometers. And so it's all to do with driving style, temperature, and how you're and where you're driving. As I said, if it's motorway and it's cold, that'll come down sub 300. So just have a chat. There are a lot of drivers out there now. There's a couple of drivers as well. This is only coming to Ireland. It's in the UK a while. So have a chat on the forums with regards to people who own these already and what they're actually getting. If it is for business, if it's a taxi driver, have a look at that. 0 to 100 is 7.7 seconds. 7.7 seconds, yeah. Top speed is 185 kilometers an hour. Electric motor, it's 115 kilowatts. It has 156 PS, 260 newton meters of torque. We talked about the AC charging. It's 6.6 kilowatt AC, and that takes about 10 hours, 15 minutes to charge on a regular domestic charger at home. And then on AC, it is, DC, it can take up to 80 kilowatts. And so that will take you to, if you can find an 80 kilowatt charger or above, 10 to 80% in 42 minutes. The majority of chargers in Ireland are 50 kilowatt. EasyGo, which is the video sponsor for today, they're going to start putting in some 75 kilowatts. But if it's a 50 kilowatt charger and you're going from 10 to 80%, it'll take you over the hour. So it's a 7-year warranty, 150,000 kilometers warranty with the MG5, which is great, and that covers everything, mechanical and the battery as well. So it's great to see this. Obviously MG is now owned by SAIC Motors, SAIC in China, bringing lots of different versions to market. So this has a bigger brother, the MG ZS EV, and that's getting refreshed as well. That's going to be on the channel very soon with that new design externally and internally. So what are the driver assists? So you have adaptive cruise control to maintain a safe distance from the car in front, have active emergency braking, lane keep assist, traffic jam assist, and that's where the car will actually lock onto the car in front of it and stop start as the car in front of it is going down. And then you also have intelligent high beam. So lots of, and that MG assist, when I drove the MG ZS, the original one, I really liked it, and I missed it on the the MG5, the original one. So it's great to have it on here, great to have the bigger battery. Yeah, it's a nice package. That's all the stats and figures. What's it like to actually drive? Nice driving position. Actually, this one, for some reason, I don't feel I need to go down as much. Maybe I'm getting used to this estate sedan saloon body shape, whereas I felt in the original review I wanted to be down more and the seat wouldn't go down enough for me. But all good. It's nicely weighted, good ride, seats are comfortable, smooth, torquey enough. I've had a couple of wheel spins already. So yeah, you're not going to be left wanting. It's not the most luxurious, don't get me wrong, but for this kind of money, around that 30,000 euro mark, it's very good value. And it's probably the best value EV at the moment in the marketplace, and its sibling, the MG ZS EV. Let me know in the comments if you think it's good value. Would you go for something like this? Do you want to have an SUV? There is a updated looking MG5 estate in Europe. I'm not sure if it's going to come to the United Kingdom and Ireland, and if it does, it'll be another year and a half in my opinion. So MG are moving so fast with their model variations and what they're coming along. So at the moment we've got the full electric MG ZS EV, which has been refreshed in Ireland, and then also the 5, which we're driving today. Then we've got the refreshed 5 at maybe or maybe not coming out in Ireland. It is in Europe. It's a bit more angular, a bit more futuristic looking. And then the Marvel R, which is their premium SUV. Whether that comes to Ireland and the UK, yet to be confirmed. Overall, I really like what MG are doing. It's value. A lot of people are interested in that. They don't want all the bells and whistles, but this has a lot of bells and whistles. And so showed a bit of acceleration there. That's my review. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. As I said, let me know in the comments what you think, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks so much for watching.
Just a reminder that today's video was sponsored by EasyGo. For more info or to submit for a quote, click the link on the screen or in the description.